the story of the Iowa is not the story of April 19th. The story of the Iowa is every day that was not April 19th. It includes April 19th. It includes the incident, but that is not the story of Iowa. The story of this ship is about everybody that served on board, the World War II crew, the Korea crew, the 80s crew. And it's about what we all went through, wearing the cloth of our country. You know, life aboard the Iowa was, I won't say it was easy, and I won't say it was particularly challenging. It was hard work. We worked really hard on here. We considered ourselves to be really a cut above everybody else. When I arrived on board, we got handed a book that said Battleship Standards. And we used to have a phrase around here. So when you go and get stuff, that's just where we start as battleship sailors. And it was busy. It was fun. We worked really hard. I think we played really hard. As a 17-year-old kid, it was a really eye-opening experience.
My brother was Clayton Michael Hartwig of the USS Iowa, and the only thing he wanted to be on the Iowa was a gunner's mate, because that's what my father was. But my father wasn't on he was on a destroyer. He wasn't on a battleship.
It takes 79 men to operate this turret and its 3 guns. These 16-inch guns are the main armament on the BB-61 class ships. And you'll find 3 turrets with a total of 9 guns.
Range 15,000. 061 true. 1 loaded, 3 loaded, Mark 5 loaded. Target range 12,000. Target inbound. Mark 51, Mark 53. Batteries released. Target range 11,000. Rapid continuous fire. Commence fire.
The morning of April 19th, 1989, my husband and I were remodeling the bathroom at our home, and I had gone to a hardware store down the street. And I'll never forget, I was parked at a red light about a block and a half away from our house, and it came across the radio that there was an explosion aboard the USS Iowa. But I didn't react at all, thinking that he could be in danger that morning, because he was scheduled to leave the ship, and the letter that we had just got prior to the accident a day or 2 before stated that he wasn't going to participate in any more shoots. So we thought he was safe. I'd like them to be remembered for the people that they were. They all had families, they had wives and children and parents, everyone that would miss them. They aren't just faces in a newspaper when an incident happens. I think that the crew of the United States Navy, especially the USS Iowa, like I said, we're a special group of guys. They knew their jobs, they knew what had to be done, and they did it perfectly. I think that I would like the nation to know that these guys didn't die in vain. They died what they loved doing the most. They were battleship sailors, and they performed their jobs at the best of their capacity.
One of the big healing moments occurs. It occurred for me, and it occurred for other people that I know, when you realize April 19th is not the story of Iowa, it's one day in her life. And it's not my story either, it's one day in my life. And if I could pass one thing on, my hope for being involved here, is that the next generation will understand that there are people who put their lives in harm's way so that they can enjoy the style of life that they have. And even if you're in peacetime, even if you're not at war, it is a dangerous occupation. And it is a dangerous occupation that volunteers do so that we can continue to enjoy the freedom we have. That's the story I want this museum to tell. And that's the story that I hope 50 years from now people will look back and go, wow, we're still doing that. We're still taking volunteers who will put their lives in harm's way to protect the way of life that we cherish.